with you.
All right.
What do you make of this
We got
because you saw
Gentlemates on defense, Liquid on attack. What does it still say about the comps?
Good to you. What do you make of this adjustment here?
Well, I think the Sage definitely on defense is going to be a struggle for Team Liquid to deal with.
Yeah.
Slowing them down,
but on attack.
Into an action here. We have the Omen Cypher and Raze
Oh, okay, we go heavy with this one. We've got a camera for info, and we've got a 3-2 push. An instant reaction from Liquid to go over towards the site. And we have a trip behind with someone holding it. I mean, looking alright. Bro has double shock. Pull back, double shock. Shock again. The best person, literally, that could be here in terms of the damage.
Slow it down a little. He does have support as well.
Yeah, Mystic still has his own. I mean,
whoa!
What an absolute shot from Logan. Yeah, peaked a little bit before the Omen flash went in. That's going to allow them to come in for this retake. Oh, the camera was nice here. Kind of low HPs.
Gentlemates here on the way back towards the site. Time is going to start ticking, and there's that wall.
And
you're going to start seeing that utilized. It's all going to be down to Nats to try and handle this. He's done so damn well. Nats, this guy is so clutch. And right now you're
no matter what, he's won with time. Huge play by Nats. Oh my goodness. That was scary though. 2v3.
Nats getting a good start for Team Liquid. That's what they need. I do wonder, could Natank not just defuse there? I think he didn't trust his teammate Logan to protect him.
Yeah, I think he should have just. I think he got at least half that. Wait, this was an absolute shot, man.
Yeah.
We're really happy about that one.
And again, from that little kind of conversation they had at the start of the day when they're in the huddle, it did look like Nats was the one who was kind of getting away, everyone on the same page, getting pumped up. And if he's going to take that role and then kind of do that in the pistol round, you got faith in your leader right now. So as it stands, looking at the buy coming back in, we're going to be seeing a little bit of an
man, not the B face, not against the ecos. Dude, I can't stand teams that do this. Okay, at least I use a drone. Do you know what? I take it all back. As long as you're using a drone, I'm so fine with it. One Marshall bore, and we got a Sheriff as well, so I mean, if they wanted to, Liquid, this could be a pretty good outlaw by next rounds. Yeah. This will be two people that can't afford armor, you would think.
See how they feel about it. Looks like that is the case. Yeah, Kiko's going to take that one. So
actually, maybe this is armor.
Gets ready to stun the choke point on his teammate's contact. That would be huge. But right now he's peeking. He's taking contact with his classic, and I don't like that.
No, it seems too high risk, and the chance of reward is very, very slim. But again, I quite like this pacing from Liquid, not overly doing anything. We already saw that very aggressive start in the first round from Gentlemates, who are happy to get behind them, play on every position they could.
And honestly, you would imagine the stack gets a little bit. We got contact into stun into double swing.
Plenty with Mystic still.
Contact into swing, yeah.
Logan gonna find a fight, and you know what can happen when Logan gets a pistol.
That's the one death they were allowed.
In a quick pivot, trying to give him a little bit of safety, but now I'm getting a bit worried here.
Cooper, thank you so much for your raid, bro. How's your stream?
He's just going to chase that down if he can. The tank healing up. Support's on the way. Bear's trying to come around.
Oh, that's nice as well. One of the better people to get the gun. Sorry, to get the kills in terms of the ult.
As it stands just on Whalers and Logan. And it really feels like damage becomes the name of the game here. Can they force any of those repurchases?
I mean, that's one gun rebuy.
Logan's done very well to already find 2 in this round.
Good amount of chip damage. Doesn't really help them in the grand scheme of things. It's a Cypher.
Losing elo, but you're fragging. Okay, well, at least the confidence is there.
As much as, you know, having Rolling Thunder or Res or something
all that matters, really.
Showstopper.
Alright, so they lose a gun, but they managed to keep the 2 main guns.
They were always going to end C, but the reason why they paused was because they were waiting for both smokes to come up on Mystic and make sure that they had, you know, stun, dart,
Liquid make playoffs? Yeah. Has to be a 2-0. Foot have to win 2-0.
Clear out corner by corner and make sure that they just were not dealing with too many threats.
Tell me we get an outlaw. Look at this.
What does Liquid have in hand? Now they did quite well there to keep
Imagine
it alive, so the reinvest is going to be very,
well, maybe Gentlemates has done their homework, thinking that they don't need to buy any heavy armors.
A very robust.
But I do think when you see a Sheriff and you see a Marshal, you gotta be tempted.
The other side, light armor galore, and none of those ults, as you were highlighting, coming through early. Sadly, if anything, it is Logan's, which is far less influential. Mystic. Let's have a look, see how it starts here.
A 2-1-2 start for the defense. I think they're going to go up and try to bully out the Cypher trap and camera there. Get the
I think it's
information,
default
get the
though.
deep line.
Smoke,
Maybe have that
smoke
rotation.
into recon
Diaz
to
needs to get a
combo, and then
position
flash back
to
here
help
so you can
stun
face
this
beyond
entire
it.
line for his team.
Drone goes in, doesn't see the omen.
Potential coming in. Here we go. Let's see how it looks. Kiko, does he get the entry? Once eats
And
the
good luck,
paranoia.
bro.
Does he get to live? He does. Oh god, come on. He finds Nats for free.
Nuts
Oh,
just took
Wales
the
take
billet.
that every day of
Respect
the
to
week.
Mystic going in, but they had an
Mystic will
anti
follow.
TP
Now with a minute remaining, it's hard to peel away from this. You almost have to commit after losing
trip.
out on
They've
Nats
definitely
and
been
Mystic.
looking at some
Tap
demos
on
at
the
the
spike,
moment.
see if anyone
We
can
still have
nearby,
Wall
but no
for
one
retake. We
responds.
got slow
draw.
as well, and for
Full
liquid they got
attention.
one
Anyone.
recon, and that's about it.
They can even
One
the
recon,
score
no
out, but
plant.
no one's really playing
Recon
that
used to
game
get
here.
the
Liquid
plant.
playing quite
Good
smart
plant
here,
though. It's the
waiting
one
for
for
that spike
mount.
to go down.
And we look over towards here, no vision block, but
Numbers
there
up
is
for
the wall.
Gentlemates is going to help this retake situation, and slow from the tongue.
This is interesting, man. Let's see how.
Trying to clear as they go.
Oops.
First Van Found.
Just
No
keep an eye on
trade
Yampy.
even available there. Kiko just falls and see if there's a pixel out of place. Ooh, Enzo.
Yeah, and you
Playing
gotta
a
imagine
dangerous
this
game,
is a
but
wall
look at
defuse.
Yampy's positioning.
Wall goes
Now,
up,
this still falls on Enzo to
fuse
keep their attention
stuck,
drawn.
and
That
that's
defuse
the
keeps
round.
going, and the wall's there. Oh, that's heartbreak. Yeah, Yampy can do nothing. If that wall wasn't there, that damned wall wasn't there, it could have been beautiful, but it's not to be. Gentlemates.
Okay, 2
in
kills,
on
so
the
it's
board.
an okay
First
amount
hit
of
found
damage.
in the first gun round for them, keeping 3 standing. Lighter reinvestments while keeping an eye on their money.
Marky99, thank you so much, man.
One of
Appreciate the
things I
prime.
saw from Liquid
Thank
in
you with the
previous
10
matches
months.
was They constantly had these super late flanks, but I think they're gonna.
Yeah,
have to
you're already
make
seeing a bit of
adjustment
anti
really
coming with
early
the
that if
Omen
the
TP here.
Has the Sage Wall for the post plants and is able to put this up. You can't rely on these super late flanks around the world.
Yeah,
you
and
can't
hopefully
also
Liquid
rely
will
on
kind of
playing
talk
out
about
of the
that,
site, playing the post plant spam
and they'll be
battles.
like,
You
well,
need to do something else to
guys, we got to
disrupt the
fight on
retake and
site.
get in their faces.
We've either got to fight on site if
See
the
how
Sage
that
is alive,
reaction
or
develops through the half.
retake if the Sage is dead.
And it will be curious to
So
see
normally
how
you can
well
kind of
they
play
identify
Mound
that,
if the
right? It
Omen's
is that
dead, but they
how
got an
well
extra
do they
agent to think
plan
about.
that in mind? Are they able to keep that as a new
Whoa.
adjustment? Speaking of, Takas just comes flying out. Gentlemates with a gear shift, getting their faces and brawling over by Mound.
Yeah, it's a nice
This
crunch.
might have stunned Liquid a little, but who do they have
Breach,
remaining?
entry.
Mystic, Nats,
Okay.
and Enzo.
I mean,
They
it's
can
the
still
same
make
on
a
each
fair
side.
shout towards a site, but
TL
now the
Wiki,
defending
thank
side,
you
they're
so much as
split
well, man. Appreciate the
everywhere, one
prime.
per
Hope
site.
you're doing good, bro. Thank you for that.
Ruben's angle. This is a curious little battle between these two, isn't it? Nats on one side. Logan
Cypher
on
off,
the
yeah. So they have the
Nats
camera
trying
to be able to
sell a lot here.
get
Gonna
back out
good
over
info on this
towards
one.
They won't
A.
expect the Cypher trips on A though. The tongue.
Very true. There it is.
Oh, they walk up. They see this.
Big Jaw from Nats.
Clean from Nats, though.
What
And
the?
foul
Natank?
Liquid, lovely.
Yeah, I mean, it was
That kind of
literally
bait
just,
towards B,
it
that
was meant to
pressure
be
towards B, just
trip
drawing enough of the
info
attention,
into
and
wall.
Wales is very,
Cypher
very far away
dies,
from
so the
this
trip
round
went
now.
down, and then he was just like, well, I guess I need to wall, but you could see his thought process of, wait, hold up, Cypher means no trip, I now can't
Let's kind
wall.
of roll it back to the start of that round, Josh,
So
because
that
we saw a very
really,
aggressive start from Gentlemates.
that really fell
Willing
apart
to
fast for
battle
Gentlemates.
on Mount, not initially, but almost after that first confirmed
Massive
contact was
pick from,
had, but then
Natsu.
that pivot off the back from Liquid was fantastic.
Yeah, typically on these maps, when you have breach in the comps, you're gonna be able to.
If
set
Liquid
up
get
a lot
10
of
round
traps
combines,
where you
yeah,
go and
Heretics
you brawl
qualify,
out on the
so
defense, but the defense kind of like
the
starting
Heretics
that fight was
fans,
the interesting
you're looking
moment
for
there.
10
You know, trading
over
up
both,
evenly, 3 versus
or
3
3
for the
maps.
first, I
So
don't know, like 10 seconds of the
Yeah.
round. It could have gone
Already a
either
good-
way towards
a
the
good
end of the
way
round
there.
Obviously, Nats having his hat to throw and get the information on the remaining Gentlemates players. I think we're not going to see Gentlemates doing an aggressive play like that proactively. I think it's going to be more.
I feel like Gentlemates have
reactively. Let's set up
to,
this trap,
I
because
mean,
they have
they're
the
probably
Sage,
going to be
they
doing
should
this stuff all the
leverage
time, right?
that,
Because
and
they
that's what we're gonna see
can't,
going into the future. We're not going to see
they
them
can't
trying to
retake
start
any
the
map
fights.
control.
Now, we're starting to see those ults starting to cycle through here. Yeah, Logan's had his for quite some time. At least he was building very early. Whaler's now had his, and the tank has the res. But a very early timeout for Liquid. Now, do you think this is maybe to kind of make sure their mentality's right around how to approach playing against that Sage, potentially? Because it's so early in a game.
It is quite early, and it's, you know, they won 3 rounds. So there's got to be something specific that they're talking about. It could be about how they're really close to a couple of different ults, and they can combo that with a showstopper. It could be talking about, you know,
Weird.
maybe there's something that the coach saw that Gentlemates was doing, like a tell. Maybe it's
Is it
about,
10 rounds or
it's
10
like
rounds
the trips
differential?
that
Just
Sage
10
got
rounds.
gave, but he was playing somewhere else. It could be anything. You're going to see something interesting coming up here, though. I don't think,
think
they're
that's
gonna
right.
go into this round doing like a standard spread default type thing.
Yeah.
They,
Maybe it is
it's
differential, right?
possible,
Maybe.
but if you're taking attack like this, there's got to be some sort of plan around it.
How does
and
it
I
work
think
with
it's
just
gonna
10
be
rounds? Because
something
I
based on the ultimates
think
that
the
they
worst
have
it could
either
be is like
available
a
now
Or soon to be.
Or soon to be.
13.
Yeah, because as you we're looking at the Rolling Thunder's almost there.
Like, I think they're that
Yampy,
far
but
ahead.
as well for the Hunter's Fury.
I think
Maybe
they're
just
like
deciding
16
what
ahead,
they're
right?
doing
So
for
even a
that. They
13-5,
potentially plays
13-5
again. Both of
doesn't
those available, that'd be a
change
high
anything.
priority, and Does Gentlemates identify it? I assume they do, so I'm wondering if they're going to go for a fight.
They need to make up a 17-round diff. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Success that Liquid could have. I'm already seeing a bit of a stack up towards the C side of the map, so I'm wondering if that's going to be where the pressure really starts to build. Gentlemates want to get in their faces early, but Liquid line up that B site. Maybe just toying with expectation, but this is quick positioning. I wonder if this has been heard. Yeah, it certainly
Yeah,
is,
but this comp is going to be doing this all the time again, right? Just the fact that it has no info initiator, so they just got to gamble and just try and take map control. So far, we haven't seen an aggro A yet. It's a nice reaction from Liquid. We got a free site here. No one able to get the kill off this trip.
Showstopper pop just to clear zone out the site. It's gonna be a 5 versus 5 retake. We're gonna have one of these ultis.
Oh my goodness! Absolute shot.
Teams here, maybe just trying to hold space towards CT, but that's given.
They got wall and they got res.
And Kiko gonna be happy to take that scalp. Gentlemates now need a lot of clear. Kiko's not going to leave this smoke for a second or two. Wants to stick it out as long as he can. No reward. And the res.
Well, back to 5v3.
Man advantage for Gentlemates until then. Yampi on the site. Finding two. Controlling. Waiting for them to push through. Nats on the swing. It's all looking very solid for them. Three still alive.
A really good plan as well.
To depend on, but he's not going to be passive about this. No.
Huge.
Not by any means. Bears falls as he tries to take a step towards the site itself, and Logan forced to save here.
Very good reaction from Liquid going into A site there, speeding up. It looked like they were trying to go towards B. I don't know if the plan was to end B, or if it was, let's go towards B. We're going to expect Gentlemates to show their hand, either A or C.
Yep.
And once they do that, boom, we have an instant reaction. We're kind of like ready to pivot.
Big round from Yampi.
Great presence of mind.
Nice to see that Liquid had a plan for the res.
Opening kill. Ping the dead body. Sova's ready with Hunter's Fury after he gets the plant with the spike.
Is that the Yampi clip, maybe?
Continually put the pressure on.
And maybe the timeout was to get the orb to make sure that they had a plan for the res? I'm not entirely sure. Either way, Gentlemates decided to go aggro once they called the timeout. And this time we finally see an aggro over towards A, but
information found. It's looking like
this it's weird because I would imagine this is what Gentlemates are doing the whole time, right? The camera over towards A so they can retake A. So I'm surprised when they don't go aggro, they don't leave someone to try and break the camera, but I guess they're just sending in C.
What does Gentlemates have? I mean, they've got the rocket, they've got the information on Logan, the TP, but...
Kinda hate that after the round we saw where they used a wall, that they decide to plant here.
Dangerous, but Mystic trying to get ahead of this, trying to utilize the ult that was sent through, but Beaz pushes him away. And now Yampi and Nats,
if you walled this, right, you would be able to spam underneath.
Now, with the tank down, this changes the dynamic. Yampi's on the site here. He's going to be spotted, but he's doing the dance. This guy, he's got moves. Yampi does get found, but do they expect this? Nats, his position, that late lurk has worked wonderfully, but oh my god, that TP
what?
was...
What?
Nats!
How's he won another 1v3? I mean, I felt like the Omen was an easy kill, but he got away with it.
Looking very solid.
Nats is on 9 kills right now. I think 6 of them are from 2 different clutches.
Yeah, he's
so doing
playing huge, man. It's a double 1v3.
They got bailed out by Nats. They're lucky that they have a player that good on the team. I like the idea of the breach ulti for the re-exec onto the site, knowing that all the enemies are going to be close and kind of stunned, but the execution of it was sloppy.
Bacon, man.
Yeah.
Bacon's flying around the coach room.
1-3-1, they could pivot and fight.
Yeah, maybe just trying to keep him close to the action if necessary.
Okay, Gentlemates have a lot of ults for this one. They should be favored. Liquid go aggro over towards A. They take a tree with 4 people, and we have an ult that is going to smash them against the wall, and the reply is... Dude, there's no follow-up here.
The one to alleviate the pressure, but actually it's just stalled out. Liquid suffer no casualties.
The nade was pretty huge, I give him that.
With that paint shell coming in, and actually does a lot of damage, but look who's still here. Vintage Nats coming in, information free-flowing, it's just going to be a brawl. Wall's still in play, they can't really break through this until then. Oh, and they go ahead of it, big trade. This is just a sloppy battle between the two.
Look at this,
Mystic gonna have to go clutch, but Gentlemates with that great presence of mind to put 3 players towards that B site.
Honestly, the nade ended up doing so much damage. Breach damage into nade was pretty cool.
Mystic, first
Hold up.
takes a lot of damage.
Has ult, so could literally go C and ult.
He has his TP. He's got 40 seconds. Now these two aren't going to be moving away from each other, surely.
They have to stick shoulder to shoulder with each other. Have good spacing, but I like this. They're allowing
30
Mystic
seconds
to
left.
move around the map and do whatever he wants. He has to collect that spike and plan.
Well, that's a one fight. That's an
Oh.
individual. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bayaz, you are a lucky boy. Yeah. Lucky boy today.
That was,
Bloody hell. He didn't
That
know
was
how
close.
he was to that falling apart.
once he hears the smoke travel through.
Oh,
I
that
think
nade
he
was like
clicks in his head, wait a
perfect
minute,
position.
that's
Fair
my
play.
left. That was the best round that we've seen from Gentlemates so far, though, and I think part of the reason for it was that it was a reactive play. They waited for Liquid to show their hand, be in a position that they're
Yeah,
compromised,
even he's just like,
and
hold
they
up.
hit.
That was
They
pretty
didn't try to
close.
go too fast, too hard.
They
too
had
early.
a few people going down, so the money reset would wreck them, but Liquid's money's low as well. So this is a huge round at
Switch up
2-5.
here.
Gentlemate's being
I feel like they're
crazy
falling back into
proactive
this trap,
at the
but I
beginning.
don't mind they're keeping the 3 players towards the B side at least, rather than doing it on the extremities, because they can
Yeah,
pivot
they can
easier.
pivot, yep.
But still, this is Liquid seems so ready for this now. Maybe understanding this has been something that Gentlemates wanted to do. This
Interesting
kind of,
that
like, pressure
Enzo's
point,
picking up
putting
the
bodies
orbs
behind it.
when
But what do they
Eco's
assume that Liquid
close.
are up to here? They haven't seen a lot yet. Enzo's utility's been burned, but there's no bodies behind it yet.
Omen Flash used just to
Constantly getting info
re-clear.
from
But they've kind of
Gentlemates. We
inserted
haven't
one
really
here that
seen
would have
Funky
heard
been,
all of
like,
this.
playing with his team. I know
Yeah, and
traditionally,
Kiko
like,
just
on
calls
Phoenix,
them
he's kind
back.
of like, you know, a lone
I mean, this
wolf
is how they're
sort of
going
thing,
around the
but
map
we
and
haven't seen any
re-clearing info,
creativity
right?
out
They're
of
just
roles
blind
yet.
Omen
It's all
flashing.
been saved for the retakes primarily.
Omen ult goes in, creates question marks over towards the map. Everyone's checking them out.
Interesting.
Yeah, creeping back towards C. The paranoia
And
there.
that's a free
Put
sight.
into the fear of God for Whalers. He's gone down, and that's Seaside open.
I like this.
kinda
Honestly, the
this
Omen
fade
ult
again, maybe
to
kind of really playing
the
with
question
tempo of
mark
the game
against a
and the
comp that gets no
expectations of
info
what
is pretty good.
Gentlemates had cleared.
And they definitely
This
talked about doing this
hit
plant now.
towards the Seaside is a really well
Because before they
considered
were doing
piece
this
now.
plant, it's easy to wall off. I'm pretty sure if you go try and wall this,
don't do that,
you can get spammed at the
Enzo.
bottom anyway.
Just
So this is
waiting
kind
in
of
the middle, noting that there might
what
have
they
been
talked
some
about, I
pressure
imagine,
from
a
the other
little
side
bit
of
in the
map,
timeout.
but again, this is looking really well constructed. This is a very hard retake.
Surely that's a save.
You'd imagine so, but they're trying to get closer here. They have so little to do in this one. Yeah, they've got Bayaz utility, but again, they're going to need more than this. And Yampi's not allowing it. They still have Enzo's utility. They still have Yampi's utility. Yeah, Taka's cancelling
and
on
if you're
that one.
Gentlemates,
I
it's
feel
like the
they could have
MVP for when they're
cancelled
doing
that sooner,
this.
potentially.
Sorry, the VIP for when they're doing this plant is going to be the Omen,
I
and the
wonder
Omen every
why
time
they
is dying
thought
over
that it
towards
was a
C.
good idea to go for it. When you start bleeding out rounds like this, it's one of those things where it builds the pressure in your mind. And I think that this is a perfect opportunity for Existence to call a timeout and say, hey guys, like we're letting this slip and make an adaptation. So what are one of the adaptations I could do? The reactive plays are generally, I mean, we just saw it the round prior. That looked good. But what are we seeing on these rounds? It looks like they have the idea to go for the early fight, early info, but then it's like they don't know what to do after
Once
that.
they've done that, yeah, it's that next step.
And then they're just like all over the place. Whalers, he's alone on C site. He gets walked in on. And I think Liquid's doing a really good job of just like
The camera over towards
making their
A,
game
yeah,
plan.
it's
They're
getting
just,
them
like,
a lot.
walking into it, and then they're just taking
I feel
what
like
they're
Gentlemates with their aggro,
Yeah, rather
A
than,
should
like,
be
brawling early towards Mound like we saw earlier.
we
I
need
feel
to
like
break
maybe
the
that
camera in
timeout
theory.
was to discuss that because they've come back in really well equipped with how to deal with that pressure potentially.
Yep.
But again, that could be something to have in the interview maybe. But you and Existence in the same mentality. A timeout is called. So
Hello,
time
Vansili.
to discuss what the follow-up steps are, because as you said, if we talk through those options when we're talking about map control and kind of ticking the box of things that go well,
Silly,
you discuss that, right? You talk about taking some information.
Wait, is this
like
guy got a
map
bow
control,
tie
taking
on as
space
well?
the map, removing some options. So as you highlighted, Gentlemates
Dude, these guys
doing
are
that. But it's the
in
next
for
steps
it.
following.
They're out here looking way
I
too
think
smart.
They're having an adjustment issue where they're going from traditionally like a double duelist comp into putting one of your most aggressive players on a stage, kind of alone. So he's playing very conservatively, passive, just basically jiggling and spotting A for info, and then a couple of times pushing with a C mound hit, especially when he had res available.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it feels like they changed their overall game plan on their defense because they lost this aggressive piece and they lost the double duelist, and it feels like the whole flow of everything has just broken.
Yeah,
And
they're
Existence-
mismatched.
Yeah, and now he has to reel them back in and say like, hey guys, remember, you don't have this. This is how you guys should
Insta
approach
slow
things
to
instead.
stop them from taking A, and that is the cat again. I mean, that's
So
100%
efficient
what
for now.
Existence was
Maybe just
talking
get that
about.
whole orb, yeah.
The fact that this comp is
Has
getting
been
back
gathered.
out towards A control, like this
Stalls
camera
to
is
come
too
in. Bayaz
much.
is still sticking around on this. Nats has slipped ahead.
Literally, probably just
Now,
talking like, guys, we use this exact
Yeah,
comp.
they're
You know they have a
no
camera
man's
here.
Again, this slow creep from Liquid. This was perfect. They've found such a solution to what Gentlemates wanted, and I just didn't like what I was seeing in that round. But still, they got to stick the landing. The two rifles are still here.
They don't have
Takas
too much
has
map
one.
control. This
They're
crossfire's a little bit
potentially
scary.
fabulous position. Can he be the one to deny this?
Ooh.
Oh my God, Yampy, what? He takes Takas out like that? Damn. Yampy is still a treat to watch.
What even is
I'd
that?
still see him around as Whalers and Logan. I mean,
WTF Rando, thank you so much for the gifted to Van Silly. Love that.
The momentum's looking really good.
The change world where someone else is gifting Van Silly.
Solid here because I still feel like we can't ignore the
Monkey Meatloaf as well. Thank you so much for your gifted. Thank you. Appreciate that.
The Gentlemates won against. There was very impressive. It was like 13-5.
Nappy from Yampy did it so fast.
Clean. It was like, oh my God, this is the team we were waiting to see. Yampy's removed one. The only one that really mattered here was Logan because he had that rifle. Does he get to keep it? Keep that. If you're watching this now, that's what you're looking for. He's desperately trying, bless him. Oh, you can't blame a man for trying. And actually, the only other threat now
good damage.
is Enzo very
Like, you got to start looking over towards here. It might actually
at this point.
mean an eco at one
But
point.
again, I don't want to go off pure recency bias. I think that's unfair. Because, you know, Gentlemates have had
Jaws as well.
very
Thank you so
up and down
much,
season.
man. 3
Some good
gifters.
results, but a
Look at
couple
you all
of
go.
droughts sometimes
Thank you so much,
the,
Jules.
the
Appreciate
comps
that.
got red, really understood, and they stopped having that level of success. I was really impressed with the change. I think this is the first time we're seeing another team really understand what they're trying to achieve here and what they're approaching with. But it's a process for Gentlemates. They are the team that came up from that Ascension, you know, victory. So it's like I don't expect them to have the full depth.
Okay, big round for Gentlemates who got a lot of ults.
But I want to see more tangibles out of this game, and it looks like aggression was the response, and it's not gone well. A great deal of ults invested, a little bit of a stall here, but they're once again left a little stranded. They have to
And
peel
they
away
kind
from
of got a
this.
lot from this. Entry into wall, and there's not a chance this is being res.
Is just getting them completely caught. I think the real adjustment is get an op up and deal with Liquid, because a lot of the times they're just like walking around into it. But I still think Gentlemates needs to be able to not just try to force the first fight. They need to let Team Liquid make a mistake. And right now, I mean, talking about Gentlemates and, you know, the adjustments they made, changing their composition.
Bishop's
and the
maybe
trajectory
good.
that we've seen them.
Problem is that
Team
this is like a
Liquid,
huge question
in a
mark at the
similar
moment,
vein,
so this guy
they
can't
were,
bait.
Like, looking not great during kickoff.
Wait, they're not
and
even
they've looked
considering
a lot
this.
better in some moments.
Yeah, I take that all back. Yampy was.
Oh, and the follow-up as well. Enzo,
Oh
no,
my
not gonna
goodness.
happen. He's clean.
It's a nice round.
It's anyone's game still.
Yeah, look.
It's early.
Yeah,
enough.
if they
Anything
get
can
like...
happen.
If they get
The problem
a
is
buffer,
they need
if
5.
Get a couple more rounds,
Because there's
sure.
no way this comp can do
I
much
guess
on
those
attack.
reclears just not as competent as Liquid have liked it. So it's on Mystic and Kiko to do something with this, but a 2v4 with a res in hand, not easy.
For goodness sake, Van Silly. You said,
There's no fair
Van Silly, you said
fight really
new
again
year,
in this
new me.
instance. It looks like
Or
he's
something
trying to
along
sell
those
them a
lines.
fairy tale that
And I'm looking over and I'm
It's
looking
not
at this
going towards it. I
gifted.
promise you should rotate.
I'm
Bayers,
not too
don't
sure about
watch
that.
this. Oh yeah, Bayers and Whalers, they're not falling for it. That's 3
Thank
for
you.
Gentlemates. It's a little bit
This
of
is an
room
exception
here.
because you
But
got
that's
gifted.
exactly what I was talking
It
about,
doesn't
right?
count.
Getting
Okay,
an op
sure,
up
I'll give you
is
one.
kind of the idea I had, because
Everyone
Team
gets
Liquid
one,
in,
that's
like,
it.
the second phase, after the first, like,
Thank you for the gifted, bro.
opening, dual, whatever, smoke, teleport, dart, whatever, they're always like shift walking around to that next spot.
Unicorn
And
as
over
well
here,
with
we have Logan
Jesus.
getting in an
Look where
aggressive
you
position.
started, Van Silly.
Liquid walks into him.
This is
He's
all your
able to get
fault.
3 crisp clean shots.
Unicorn, thank you so much for the
An op
gifted.
would do something very similar and disrupt Team Liquid's second phase flow of everything as they're walking around.
And
with the
still will be happy because they decided to get the op outs. This is something that he was
Takas
asking
has
for.
one now.
As
But
if they're listening
this
to you.
camera's
It's
still
almost
here.
like you know this, Josh. It's weird. It's crazy you almost understand this game.
Almost.
Almost.
Real
but
close. Real, you know.
there's just on the cusp, you know?
And it does allow for a little bit more freedom, right? Or I don't want to say freedom, but like safety in keeping it as one player to hold this down as well. Like Takas can just kind of play this out.
Almost, that was good.
Doesn't need to be in a hurry about it. It's a big amount of presence behind it too, so again, he can just kind of hold this and wait. The clock's on their
They're
side.
just gonna
Gentlemen's
one
got to make the
person
moves.
drone out with a
What it
smoke
does, though,
here.
is it allows
Yeah,
them
they
to set
are.
up the
Ooh,
breach
smoke
with a
here.
stun ready for this entire seed choke. Once
I like
Enzo
that from
sees Knock
Takas,
on his
those
drone here,
tucks
he's
in.
gonna think, hey, maybe they're playing retake A, maybe it's a C setup. Liquid
Wall
might do
goes
a
over
rotation all
towards
the way back
B.
to
This
A
is
on
a
that,
nice
but
round from
again,
Gentlemates at the
pops
moment,
up,
though.
and that's gonna
I
be a
can't
3v,
see a world where
especially
Takas
if
doesn't
Enzo
get the
starts
kill.
walking up before his teammates are able to get there, but it looks like he's biding his time. He's not freaking out.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how he does here. This is a really good solution.
Info
TP.
TP from the defense, they're gonna know.
There
Yeah.
it is. That's lovely. Takas, there's the reward. Doesn't need to outstay his welcome here. They've got the man advantage. They can fall back from this. Maybe find a new angle, hold a new bit of space. But now it kind of falls on the rest of his teammates to try and step up to the plate here. So already, smoke goes up towards. CT side, Plant gonna come in, but the 4 of them, how do they handle this? Yampy getting curious, he's very nearby. Plant's in, and you can already see that pressure. Yeah, stunned up, and here he comes. Already out through by stairs. Enzo's gonna catch one, Rez comes in, they now know there's more. Enzo on the double.
Wait, that was kind of sick. Oh my goodness, you're a mentalist. Oh, savior.
Saves him.
Dude, you gotta stop this all.
Breath for a moment. Oh, he's in so much danger. Bye-bye, Enzo.
It was a bold
solution. They found what they needed.
They cracked the code. They're
yes, sir.
Taking a page out of Koi's book, just solidifying.
Yeah, Op just gave him the first kill.
I mean, great reaction.
Open flash was nice. Rez was good, and then I mean they used some ults into it.
I wonder in this
He's Omenal, Razor.
Going to be able to identify, hey, they have the op up instead of doing the slow second stage and hitting at around like between 1 minute and 40 seconds. If they're actually going to speed up and do something either through B really aggressively, or if they're going to do something where they're just they're speeding up and they're not trying to like walk around too much. Get in the face of the offer and don't let them get more than one shot off.
And we don't have a really aggressive start.
Double Bucky. I mean, we're ending B.
I said about those permutations, the ways that this can go differently. One of those is that if Team Liquid wins 10 rounds, Heretics qualifies to playoffs. And because, you know, we've got 7 on the board, we're getting a little close to that. Thank God there are smarter people than me explaining what this is, because I have no idea. However, early contact towards B.
Holy hell, hold up.
But I'm looking to see if this gets set in motion.
But Bren with the gifted, thank you so much. Crispy Bacon, love that. Anonymous gifter, not a chance I can say that one. Thank you, Anon. Sewer Rat, appreciate you.
He's got it.
What is going on, man? The Timo as well, thank you so much. Bro, they are the Buckies. The Buckies are coming out strong.
Plant is in there. Takat's going to struggle now, the double swing, and he's being chased down. They want him dead. Logan going to try and counter that in some way.
Bro, the Observer's working overtime. What is this round?
Ain't going to be easy. He's got himself a Vandal. Got himself a chance. He's got his pain shot. That's perfect. Enzo forced to peek.
Well, shout out to the double Bucky.
Okay, Liquid claimed the last in the first half.
Dude, 4 should not be enough with this comp, but I've seen what Foot can do with a similar comp, so
it means what are we gonna do? Well,
we'll see.
Most likely gonna be A or C, holding the deep line. Let's try to go B and try to make something explosive out of it. And that was the perfect decision to make to take them out there with the Bucky going in on the entry, right over the top side. You can, not looking the most comfortable on stage, but I guess we're gonna have to see on the attack side here how they've cooked things up.
4 rounds.
Took 3 shots. Yeah, I'm not sure he should be.
To play with.
I'm sure he should be allowed to get away with 3.
Well. Again,
Heretics is saying 2.
Yeah,
just get 2 more.
2 more. 2 more rounds, please. And it is wild, again, that we're into these sort of scenarios where so much is resting on each other. We are back into game here, so we can jump into that and turn the music down and start focusing on the match itself. Already, smoke's going to be going up. If you're just tuning in, it will now be Gentlemates, of course, on that attacking side. They claimed 4.
Yeah, they really want this all.
Oh,
boy.
What are you up to?
Not worth it.
Oh, man, Takas will take it happily. You know, he'll be chuffed with that one. Yampy now put in a very precarious situation, and he's just mowing them down. That's
that was nice from Mystic.
That is what you needed to make up for what was a little bit of a fumble here, but the tank's going to have to go nuclear.
They bailed Enzo out.
There's a lot to do here.
A double pistol for Liquid.
That's 9. And now 1 more round, and Heretics will at least qualify to playoffs. Now, bigger picture, obviously Liquid aren't thinking about that, neither are Gentlemates, but we have to remind ourselves of it. So the next round is pretty critical, actually.
Yeah, for Heretics.
I actually like that stuff. That death from Enzo kind of set Yampy up there. I was getting a little bit nervous. This is the best person that you want to have in that situation with a breach, with a stun. I'm surprised Gentlemates, after they got that kill on Enzo, didn't speed up. One guy opening the door and going through the tree by himself, and everyone else going through the site. Because if you kill a person that's out in the open like that, no trades,
hell is
you expect
this?
that to be open. Why go the slow way?
Yeah. They were not making the most of what they had at the start there. But Tabcas, the answer back from Kiko, though.
Double outlaw.
Hopefully from him, the tank going to be punished.
Harris and
now 4-4.
and Spectre and a Ghost. One of the weirdest buys I've ever seen.
That camera bait set him up for this lurk. Does he get?
I mean, does he? Oh, the bait in is strong.
I love that. They still try and check on him, but there's support.
Stun here as well. That was nice. Cage to get out of there. You would think sends it. Absolutely sends it with the flash. I mean, that's kind of nice. You wouldn't expect it as well. He'd just give him a gun, but okay.
Logan. He got spotted in the end. A little bit of chip damage. Yampy. Lovely. Liquid looking confident. It's looking like that 10's coming through.
Logan must be like, wait, what gun has he got?
Dinner here. And Logan's getting no fun from this.
I think he's getting toyed with a little bit.
Here we go. Bye-bye. Oh, he's making sure.
Hey, lovely. And with that, Heretics
10
confirmed.
rounds for Liquid. So, bigger picture here. Talking outside of this matchup alone, because this is all about qualifying. It's all about getting to those playoffs. Oh, nice start there. This locks in Heretics to qualify to playoffs. This instance right now. I don't understand it. Don't know how it happens, but it has. Outside of that, though, we focus
I don't understand it.
Bonus.
That's what's happening.
First gun round coming out from Gentlemates too. So if we're going to get a matchup, if we're going to see a bit of fun between these two, it's got to start now. Gentlemates now need to turn the tides.
Well, they know that the Outlaws are in play.
Approach, and Mystic going to have to make a quick escape here, because they are already working towards Mount.
2 Outlaws for the defense, but everybody except for Takas has full
Yampy,
shields, so they'll be able
you're
to
a
take
lunatic.
one of those body shots.
Yampy?
Unlucky.
The timing
Respect,
a little unfortunate.
though.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea that he was trying to thread the needle, maybe not
It's a
so much of
bonus,
that presence,
so why not?
get behind them, but not going to get the job done. But I mean, it's not just a singular attempt, is it? We've still got 2 more willing to take up the mantle.
10-4 up, bonus round. Why not go aggressive? Enzo's up next. I don't like how they're just doing it like one at a time. I think holding this A setup would be really good, because that flank's going to be amazing. The smoke giving it away as well.
Yeah, you probably want to force him into that
really
A setup, I
Not
agree.
good for Gentlemates. They don't know it, but they could easily get flanked.
Yep, let's see that flank though. Nat still has to keep a little bit of presence here, right? Because otherwise they might just flood through CT. Let's see how much damage. Kiko, beautiful.
Yeah, and I mean, the fact that
he
back into the wall. The fact that Yampy did make him a little bit lower means there is some people that can get one shot here.
Fantastic. And now wants to get a
2 people that Mystic can one shot.
Isolated and alone. Needs to slow the roll a little here. He's got teammates. They're on the way. Door stuck.
Door stuck.
2 rifles. Do they continue on this? This is a nice little amount that they've managed to garner, but they're close to this. They forced them away here. This is uncomfortable now for Gentlemates, but great from Whalers.
Yeah, Whalers did
Mystic
incredible.
Last man alive in a 1v2. Gentlemates want to hold on to this one. Time's starting to tick here, and Mystic.
What?
Oh my God, Mystic.
Bro, that was
Plot
nuts.
armor too.
Yeah, that's that golden path, right? The golden path.
That is
Liquid's
crazy.
walking.
Marcus, thank you so much for the raid, man. Appreciate you. Hope your stream is good, dudes.
How
How the hell has he won that? Extra sidestep?
Wide swing like that yesterday as well, and it did not pay off. It was just like
Yeah,
I'm
wide
gonna
swing
go
into
wide,
sidestep,
make them miss
right?
their first bullets, but it actually works out here. The Outlaws in full force as well.
Oh my, that was actually really nice movement.
There you go.
11-4 now. This is frustrating for
Yeah,
Gentlemates.
wide swing into
Not
step
getting
to
the
the
game they
right.
wanted here.
Crouch.
They've shown a lot of potential, but they just feel uncomfortable in this
Those
now.
are lovely rounds, man. Oh my goodness. Hello.
Hiya. Gonna spot him out. Know what's on the other side. Takas trying to test that B site. Is there intent behind this?
Double judge. Well, they really wanted to go over towards B.
Pivoting away.
I don't know
Once
how
sees nothing on his
many
drone, he might
people
go
they
grab
saw
that
with this
orb, and he'll
camera.
have his ulti, the Hunter's Fury from Enzo. that
Razor,
could
and
be
he's going to send it.
devastating.
And then they got
He's
2
enough.
judges for after plant. This is pretty hard, especially if they kind of get to
Going for it
these
now, yeah, I think
positions.
he's just remembered that that is available, so that's
Wait a
going to be,
minute.
yeah, happy for him on that front. But for Gentlemates, they look like they're going to get a plant, right? Oh my God.
Well, they at least find out about the judge. Does Enzo use his ult to stop the plant, or for the flood?
Going to be drawing out that utility. Hunter's Fury, burning it early. And see the rocket used as well. Kiko actually pretty up on this one. Takas trying to control towards CT, but Liquid.
This
they're
guy's got
chomping
double
the bit
satchel to
here.
stop
They're
the plant.
just trying to claw away at them. Aren't going to come through. Now they've got to commit. Takas, nice towards Yampy. Do they get a follow-up? Do they keep the man advantage? Kiko being really tested here, but it's great from Gentlemates. Mystic falls. Takas does go down. Hold on, what is this? Liquid.
What?
Is this?
Wait,
Just
wait,
clean
wait,
out.
what? Bro, give me a replay. How has any of these kills happened?
I don't know how they just
It's
swept
like
that.
one of those like admin check his PC moments or something. That Yeah, I mean, the retakes from Team Liquid right now, like, we saw this when they played against Na'Vi as well, just like these miraculous retakes.
I don't even
and
understand.
1v3s constantly.
Was this a recon that no one shot?
Here as well, so they're doing something right. And I feel like Team Liquid's one of those teams that if they're able to catch this momentum, it's looking not great. Gentlemates, they haven't looked like they've been
there's a recon that no one shot. Oh my goodness.
Map pick here kind of makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah. And we're seeing a good game, right? We're seeing firing on all cylinders.
All right, 8 chances for them.
Basically, Mystic, that 1v2 at the end.
Clean this up, but again, they need a 2-0.
He's finding a bit of form, right? So this is really difficult for Gentlemates. As if we're talking overall, oh my god, Enzo, you're a lucky boy. You don't know it, but Takas could have killed you. For now, though, he's going to fall away, neither knowing the damage that could have been done. This is a tense scenario now. There. Kiko committed to the angle. Logan just going to crouch into it. That's a comfy pickup for him. Enzo feeling the pressure, but going to decide to back away from the side.
Wait, is this the angle that I was talking about?
5v4, and with how good they
Where you
are,
open
retakes,
door
they
and then you
have
can just get
everything they
spammed.
need.
Is that how he's 12 HP?
Come on the body right now, soon, maybe. There he goes.
It is.
This Bacan watching my
They're
VODs.
gonna come in with the retake.
It's such a strong idea.
Dart, paranoia, smokes.
You just spam you just spam all the way down to this angle from here once they open door. And that is, yeah, that was a slaughter, man. Double pistol helped it be a bit of a slaughter, but overall